Welcome to Malcolm Reed's How to Barbecue Right, a podcast where we talk about barbecue, share recipes, and discuss all things delicious. And now, here's your host, Malcolm and Rochelle Reed.
Hey, welcome back to the How to Barbecue Right podcast. I'm your host, Malcolm Reed, joined by my lovely and talented sides chick, Miss Southern Shell. Shell, I see you sporting a new prototype T-shirt. I like it.
I like it
You
too.
specialize in all sides, right?
Yeah. We had one that said sides chick, and then it had a bunch of sides listed. I think it's better just
Sides chick.
Yeah.
It leaves more for the opening.
Exactly.
How many sides does this fella have?
I like that you don't explain it.
You don't explain it, yeah. What
You got to be pretty
what's
bold
what's
to
your
wear
side
this.
specialty? If you had to pick one side that you're
No, I'm
the best at,
pretty good at sides.
I would have to say mac and cheese.
Mac and cheese.
I don't know. You did make some potatoes and gravy the other night.
I do some really good like beans,
all
mashed
sides.
potatoes.
Carrots.
Yeah. Ooh, I did roast some carrots
Those
in the
were so
oven. They were
good.
very good.
Then like coin cut at a biased. Man.
And all it was
maybe?
olive oil and TX.
Man,
And then
that's
roasted in the
jam up
oven,
carrots.
425 for
you know,
like
I
20
hate
minutes.
just an old bowl. Like we used to, as a kid, I remember my mom would try to make me a way that eat vegetables a lot. And we always had them old boiled carrots that come in a can
Me
or
too,
whatever.
yeah.
It's like, these things suck. But man, some roasted carrot.
Yeah,
it's
it makes
good.
you think you don't like carrots.
Yeah, exactly. That was, I don't know why people didn't, or in the South, we didn't roast vegetables
Yeah.
back then. And it like created an aversion to a lot of kids to eat vegetables. But we got Michael eating them just because we
He loves
put a little
roasted
flavor
broccoli.
on them and roast them in the oven. Man, broccoli, Brussels sprouts.
Did you
Carrots.
like Brussels sprouts growing
Heck
up?
no.
Yeah.
Man, they used to have to like put Velveeta melted cheese on them before I'd even touch them. And now I couldn't even imagine eating a boiled Brussels sprout with cheese. I still wouldn't eat that. Is that what how'd y'all have? Did y'all have vegetables like that coming up, Tyler?
Yeah, they boiled a lot growing up. But my mom always roasted carrots. That was her one thing with like brown sugar and butter and stuff.
And they're good.
Yeah.
These didn't even have like they were
No.
very like healthy.
Olive oil and TX.
Olive oil and TX roasted.
Yeah.
It brings out a sweetness in the carrot. But I have done brown butter carrots where I put a little
Those are cooked down brown butter
with sugar in
carrots.
them. Yeah.
Too good.
Those are good. That's almost like a dessert. It's just they get sweet.
It is.
These kind of, I think roasting them brings out the sweetness in vegetables,
does.
especially like carrots and sweet potatoes. You do one that I did one back when we were COVID cooking. That's what, we called it delicious dinners. If we'd have known, we just called it COVID cooking.
Yeah.
But back when first quarantine, Q1, we were doing a bunch of those. It was quarter one of quarantine. I don't know what quarter we're in now. It feels like we're in overtime. For real. But Q1,
I thought you said this was over.
I did your potatoes, and they're like, you just quarter up sweet potatoes, and you put them. I put them on the smoker, but you can roast them in the oven, and you make this like Dijon honey sauce that you toss them in
Well, I usually do it with it's sweet potatoes and broccoli.
together
Yeah.
in the sauce. Man, they're good.
You put the sweet potatoes in there first, let them get a head start, throw your broccoli in, roast it all, and then toss them in a
How do you make this? Like Dijon mustard, honey,
and some seasonings, and that's
all it
it.
is. And it's like it's good. We did that for a class because I forget what we were telling you. It was like some holiday cooking.
Yeah, it was.
We were
It was a
showing them
holiday
a
cooking
side,
class.
just a side dish that people probably wouldn't think was very good. It's kind of folly to me. Because, I guess broccoli comes in the wintertime, and then sweet potatoes are always big in the
in
winter,
fall,
too.
yeah. But
Got to eat your yams.
I do have a sweet potato recipe that is pretty much a dessert that I do every
the one with the
Thanksgiving.
pecan topping and brown sugar? Yeah.
Yeah.
They call that sweet potato I call it sweet potato casserole.
Do you do marshmallows on it?
Heck
No.
No
no.
marshmallows.
I'm anti. See, I wouldn't eat that as a kid because I always put those marshmallows on it, and it was nasty to me.
I do
But when they start,
a sweet pecan topping.
that's the one that's jam up. Put a little bit of cayenne in it just to give it something. It's like, what is that? It's not to make it spicy, but it goes with those flavors. Probably a little nutmeg or something. Just the only thing with that one, isn't there some eggs in it? You put
Yes.
eggs in it.
It's an egg.
Yeah.
You pretty much
What does that
make.
just make come together? I guess.
Yeah, I guess.
Y'all just get me excited for Thanksgiving now.
I know it's coming.
It's Malcolm. Is that one your first favorite holiday?
Or
Or is it your second favorite holiday too?
probably my second favorite holiday. You can't pigeonhole me down on my first favorite holiday. Thanksgiving's probably up there though, because I usually do say Thanksgiving's my favorite. You know why?
Because it's hunting season. There's no gifts. It's all food.
And it's just coming together with family. Yeah, you're not under any pressure. Most of the time, you just eat. Do you want to take a nap? And the football's
and then you watch
on.
football.
Yeah,
and then you go hunting.
And it's the weather's not. It's not hot, but it's not freezing cold usually.
And then you get the leftovers on Friday.
Like all this leftover stuff. God, isn't that not great?
Yeah, ham biscuits are some of my favorite. Leftover biscuits, leftover rolls.
Turkey sandwiches.
So Palmer Home. We have raised over $30,000 for Palmer.
It's officially over, right?
Yes.
I don't remember when we started.
No, it's not officially over. It's officially over on Labor Day, September 6th at noon.
So if you're hearing the audio version of this and you still want to make a donation, head over to HowToBBQRight.com.
The contest is still rolling. We're not shutting that down. Did you pull who's in the lead?
They sent it over. I haven't put it down, but I was going to wait until after Monday, like Tuesday, and pull the official numbers.
You're probably going to have, when this goes out tomorrow, you'll have Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then what time Monday?
Noon.
Noon. Yeah, you ain't got long.
So if you're watching this as a video, you're already out of town.
Yeah.
You're already out of town, yeah.
But that's awesome. We set a goal for 20,000 and we raised 30,000.
That's great.
And we didn't do it.
That's right.
Everybody else pitched in.
You know, our hats go off to everybody that's contributed to it and donated, no matter what the dollar amount. There's no amount too small. We thoroughly appreciate y'all helping us get behind and support the Palmer Home. And believe me, they appreciate it.
Yes.
The kids appreciate it. I mean, this is going straight to a good cause. Every single dollar goes to them. There's no middleman. There's no they get certain percentage or whatever. It's every bit goes to these families taking care of these kids.
And they don't get government assistance.
And they don't.
Yeah, it's all privately funded. So
awesome. We do have an event coming
everybody
up.
Thank everyone who
wholeheartedly thanks.
Yeah. Who helped.
We couldn't do that without them. And I mean, I feel like we just put the voice out there and people stepped up.
Yeah, I agree.
We have an event coming up with them. Actually, there's two events coming up. One of them is going down next week at the Palmer Home campus. It's their sunflowers and shotguns. Is that what they're calling them?
Mm-hmm. And we are cooking lunch.
You're doing 4-man skeet teams. They're gonna have a little tournament. I think it's 3 flights going on. I don't know how many teams they're gonna have. We're gonna cook lunch for it, so we're gonna probably have standard barbecue lunch.
Standard barbecue lunch.
I'll be there cooking some live stuff. We've got it's around skeet shooting. Got me thinking about dove season because it opens Saturday here in Mississippi, and I was like, what can I can't serve everybody dove because I ain't got that many birds. And it's probably
I don't even know how you'd find that many dove.
But we're doing bacon wrapped because you bacon wrap dove and you grill it. Well, we're doing these marinated bacon wrap pork tenderloins skewers, and then we're going to sauce them and glaze them on the big pit, and we'll have those kind of like a appetizer live grill station going on. And the rest of it will be they're having people there serve the food we're going to bring, so it'll be a good little lunch.
It's a pulled pork lunch, sausage and cheese, of course.
Appetizer, got to have that.
But it'll be
sides.
Good. Yeah, our sides, and then so what pit are you going to haul out there?
Probably the BFO,
the Outlaw.
Yeah,
the big Outlaw.
The big one. I got a lot of skewers I got to cook. And we got to cook the sausage for the sausage and cheese on site. The pulled pork will run the night before, so it'll be fresh that morning. So,
what are you going to run the pulled pork the night before on Old Hickory?
We got to cook a couple cases of butts. We'll probably put it on the Old Hickory and let it rotate.
The big Old Hickory.
I mean, it could go on a CTO, but I got to cook several pans of beans too. So
yeah, that rotisserie gets those butts really good though.
They drip on each other. That's the whole kicker about that big rotisserie. You don't have to babysit it or nothing. Just make sure it's got power. Let it turn.
So do you build a fire in it?
Yeah, we start with charcoal, add wood to it, burn wood the first, until it's about wrap time. When we wrap, it's time to go to bed. We just kind of turn the gas assist on, and probably we can throw some more wood on there, but most of you just need heat at that point. So we're just letting it cycle on and off and keep that temp steady and letting them cook. There's no trick to it. It's easy.
Yeah, it is.
The machine does the work on that one. We
also have a private class tomorrow.
We do.
We don't normally do private classes.
Very often. Not very often. But
this one we couldn't turn down. It was kind of, we were using this private class money to fund our water tower festival. Yeah. So it all kind of worked out. But we've got a good plan for this private class.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. It's mainly going to be hanging out. Talking about everything we're going to cook and serve, but it's going to be more of a eating fest.
Yeah. It's not really a class.
Yeah.
I mean, you're doing some instructional.
Hey, I'm making several cocktails live action, making all kinds of food. We're doing ribs 2 ways. We're going to do a smoked prime rib. We're going to do little chicken sliders. We're going to do
barbecue spaghetti,
tacos. I'm doing
charcuterie
tacos
board,
2 ways, charcuterie board. Yeah.
redneck sushi.
Redneck sushi.
What's redneck sushi?
Man, it's probably one of the best appetizers in barbecue. It takes sausage and cheese to a whole new level because you take, Ritz cracker. That's the base. I don't know why it's really redneck sushi.
Does it have to be a Ritz cracker?
No, but that's my personal favorite.
Yeah, okay.
Because it's round. It kind of goes with that sushi roll.
Yeah.
It don't have to be a Ritz cracker, but it kind of goes with that round shape when you think of sushi.
Yeah.
But then you form up some pimento cheese on it. It can be homemade pimento cheese. If you got a good store brand you like, or if you know somebody's grandma that makes good pimento cheese, get that. We're probably going to use, you going to make pimento cheese or we're going to buy that palmetto? I like the palmetto. As far as store bought,
yeah,
it's about as good as you can get from a store.
I agree. What about the Murray's?
Is that the one that does like Gouda smoked?
They do
Gouda
a smoked
cheese?
Gouda, but they also do a pimento and cheese.
It's not as good as palmetto. Is it? You personally is it to you?
It is.
All right.
But y'all like the palmetto, so we'll go with the palmetto.
I'm a palmetto fan.
Yeah.
It tastes closest to yours still not yours, but
I could make it homemade.
Yeah. I like that white one you do.
I know, the white jalapeno.
But that goes on the Ritz cracker, and then you smoke some smoked sausage and you score it kind of, if you think of like Hasselback potatoes, you do the sausage like that too and sprinkle some rub on it. That way as it cooks, it kind of accordions out a little bit. You get a little bit of crust or bark action going from the seasonings on every little piece. And then you just cut it loose, and you could put that right on top of pimento cheese, and you top it with a spicy garlic pickle. You could use a sweet fire. Any kind of like sweet and spicy pickle is what you want to put on top. Now, I do like the sweet element to go with the sausage and the pimento cheese.
Do you skewer it?
No, you don't have to. You just line them all up like a sushi roll. And they're kind of flat, so it looks,
Yeah.
And it's a redneck thing for sure.
Could you wrap it in bacon for like the seaweed?
Oh man, I didn't think about that.
And then it would be like a legit sushi roll.
I wonder if you could like wrap each piece in bacon. Or
You could do it like that, or I guess you could try to do the whole thing, but I feel like that would be a lot of work.
Yeah,
That would be
hard to
difficult, yeah.
It would, because I don't know how you could put the crackers in there. You'd have to wrap it. Like there'd probably be a way.
I don't know if you could.
Work this out for TikTok.
Yeah, I gotta do that because that would be so what I'm thinking here, Tyler, is you lay out like a bacon weave. You overlap your pieces of bacon, you put a line of pimento cheese on it, and you already have your smoked sausage cooked, and you stack them on there, and then you roll that up, and you have to use a pre-cooked bacon. This bacon was almost all the way cooked already, and just enough to put it back on, just to brown it for a little bit, because that's gonna get that cream cheese ooey gooey probably. You might have to. I don't know if the pimento cheese would work. You might have to use a cream cheese pimento based cheese.
Yeah.
So you could
rework a pimento and cheese recipe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to try that for TikTok, and then you slice it and put it on crackers.
The only problem is when you do a bacon weave and start slicing it, it starts falling apart.
Yeah. Maybe do it vertical like the pig shots.
Yeah.
But it just kind of the Ritz cracker is kind of the sausage in that at the bottom.
Yeah.
And then.
I don't know, but I think you would, like, after the shot, you would just set the shot on the Ritz cracker as a little platform.
Yeah.
And you presented it.
The Ritz cracker would have to be the.
Yeah. What could you substitute for the roe that they put over it? Pepper jelly, maybe, or something?
Possibly. I'm trying to think. What's something good?
Because you know how they do the sushi rolls with the little fish eggs on it?
Yeah. I love the fish eggs.
You'd have to come up with something that you could put over that that would be barbecue-y. I don't know if there's a way to.
You could do some type of like chow or.
Yeah, that wouldn't be a bad idea. Like a cowboy caviar with the peas or something like that. And just put a little bit of that over the top. It'd probably go because it would, it'd go with the pickle element.
I like this.
I do like it. The more I think about this, the more I like it. Maybe instead of serving the pickle sliced, you turn them into a relish.
There you go.
So it's got that look, that, over the top, and then you drizzle it. You know how they'll drizzle the yum sauce or the spicy mayo. You do that with barbecue sauce.
Ooh, yeah.
If we could really get like food scientist style, we could take a barbecue sauce and turn it into those little Dippin' Dot things.
You'd have to like freeze them.
Isn't there a way to do that?
Like, nitrous.
They do it with that. And it turns it into droplets, and then you could put those on it. That'd be cool.
When they get real experimental.
Yeah. That's not me. I'm not. I can do the drizzle. I can do the drizzle. Yeah.
That's about it.
But I guarantee you, so you could take a hoisin and mix that with some barbecue, kind of, because hoisin is kind of a Chinese barbecue sauce. You could make like an Asian style barbecue sauce and do that with it.
I like taking this redneck sushi idea and making it, giving it those Asian flavors.
Yeah, that would be good, dude. Yeah, I
think,
like that.
Yeah,
it'd be the barbecue roll or something like that.
Yeah.
You know, the Memphis roll, because it'd have all those elements of it.
You're gonna have to go to the kitchen on this one.
That's gonna take some research and some R&D on this one.
I think that we, if you come to any sort of event with us, we're going to be serving smoked sausage in some capacity.
That's a Memphis thing. When I was trying to think the other day, the first place that I ever had a sausage and cheese plate, and I'm probably going to tell this story to the class, but I'm pretty sure it was going to the rendezvous as a kid. We didn't go to Memphis a whole lot, but my dad would take us down. Tell me my mom wanted to go to some of the department stores because there was a Goldsmiths down there, and there was these old stores, and then we walked down Main Street, and they had this little, I think the peanut shop's still there.
It is.
And so we would go there and get peanuts and popcorn, and my dad would let us go out there and feed the pigeon and squirrels sitting around, and it was a big thing. The fountains were going.
Yeah.
And
would y'all go to A.W. Schwab's?
We didn't ever go to Bill Street.
Yeah.
I don't ever remember my parents. I think we went there on a field trip in elementary school, like during the day when nothing was going on Bill Street. But I don't remember us ever going to Bill Street, but we would go to Rendezvous, just not all the time. But we'd get the sausage and cheese plate. It was always on the Rendezvous menu. They had all the servers, and those guys were younger back in the day. Some of them have passed on now. Those guys are still working there. And so once I got to college, we would get a group of guys, and we'd go up to Rendezvous, and we'd get the rib dinner and get the sausage, and they'd sell us draft beer because they kind of knew us from growing up and stuff like that. Some of the servers would. And so it got to where when I went to Ole Miss, we'd take groups of people there, and we just always went to Rendezvous, and it was more about the experience of going.
Yeah, I agree.
And that's got to be the first place that I ever saw the sausage and cheese plate on the menu, or first place I ever had it. And I didn't know what kind of sausage they were serving back then, but we started doing it at home. We would just get, we didn't get the fancy sausage like we get now from down in Florence, Country Pleasing. That's like a home style sausage. We would just use Smoky Hollow,
whatever
or whatever was at the
on
grocery
sale.
store. Yeah, whatever's $1.99 at the grocery store.
Yeah.
And we'd cut it up and serve it with, we'd get a block of cheddar cheese or cheddar jack or something like that, or pepper jack, and slice it up and serve it with pickles and pepperoncinis and regular saltine crackers. People
usually serve it with cubes, and I've never been a fan of the cubes. I like a flat cheese to go with it, so it'll go.
Same. It stacks on a cracker batter.
It stacks on a cracker batter.
So some places you go, and a lot of places you go, and it's the cube cheese. And it's okay for hitting with a toothpick, like if you're getting you're not really eating that on a cracker. But to me, I always serve saltines with my sausage and cheese, and that's the way I had it, and that's what I think of it. And you could serve whatever cracker you wanted, but fancier the cracker doesn't go with sausage and cheese plate. But you always need a sauce. Now, some places serve it with a ranch, and that's not my sausage and cheese doesn't go with.
Some of them serve it with a mustard sauce, and I think
like
that's pretty
it with
good.
mustard. I like it with mustard sauce, and I like it with barbecue sauce. But which restaurant is it? Is it Huey's or somebody who serves it with a ranch? It's one of the.
It's something like that. Yeah. Maybe Huey's sounds right.
Or maybe it's Windy City.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think Windy City does.
Maybe it's Windy City or somewhere like that, and maybe it's just because they don't have a barbecue sauce. That's why they do it. They got plenty of ranch, but
we need to go pay them a visit.
Yeah, tell them. Hey, look, we know people's got sauce. You don't have to serve that with ranch.
We got the sauce. Y'all got the sausage.
Yeah,
that's it. But it's a staple. It's like and you go other places and they don't serve it like that. Like Texas serves sausage,
but it's beef sausage.
It's more link sausage, and they don't serve it with cheese. They might serve it with jalapeno, but not our style. And you go to these other regions, and it's not sausage and cheese plate isn't a thing.
Around here, everybody has
it. It's like barbecue nachos. Everybody has a version of barbecue nachos.
Most restaurants have barbecue spaghetti around here.
Yeah. You don't see that anywhere else.
Yeah.
Which I don't know why, but it's such a good side.
If you went to California and started serving barbecue spaghetti, I think you'd
kill it. You think barbecue nachos would kill it too?
Yeah. Heck yeah.
I've never had good barbecue there.
Oh, in California?
That's almost why I'm so excited to go to AB's restaurant.
See what it's like.
Yes, because there's not really good barbecue out there. So I think he's in a good spot.
Really, when I think of California barbecue, I was thinking tri-tips, what they call barbecue.
Yeah.
Now I'm sure
It's
they
more,
have that Latin American flair,
yeah.
which those
Yeah.
guys are probably doing some form of barbacoa. It's not pulled pork in the way we think of it. I mean, it might be beef that they're cooking down or pork in some kind of way, but it's usually not the same like we're thinking.
Yeah, it's nothing like Memphis barbecue.
Yeah. But so they got a lot of transplants out in California too. So you probably have people trying to do Memphis style barbecue, but if I imagine it's overcooked, and I don't know. AB said he catches some flack over doing pork on his channel. Like he gets all these people that says, "Can't believe you're eating pork" and all that.
Why?
I don't know. I guess it's not a thing out there. I don't know. I would think pork, it's synonymous with barbecue. When I think of barbecue, pig is delicious. Yeah. When I think of, and he's like, man, I sure got a lot of pictures of a lot of pigs around here, don't you? Yeah.
It's kind of the thing.
It's the thing. Yeah. We do pork. We dig on swine. We've been saying that for years.
Yeah.
Really,
is it carnitas or something like?
Yeah, carnitas is pork. Yeah, for sure.
Really,
Definitely,
they do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guarantee the Mexican places do carnitas. I don't think they have. I don't think Hispanic people have an aversion to pork. It's probably, different regions. But
it's kind of a melting pot out there. So you get a lot of different people.
Speaking of AB, he released his pork shoulder video on his channel yesterday.
It looked really good.
Yeah.
So that one we didn't edit. We didn't touch it. He brought his own camera guy. They recorded the footage. And Tyler, you got a ton of footage, and you recorded our video I did with him, or he did with me. But that was all them, and I thought it looked really good.
Yeah, he has a great camera.
Yeah, the colors were excellent on it. He put it together well. It's a lot of, you got a lot of information. That was like an 18-plus minute video.
Yeah.
It was long.
It was.
But to do a whole shoulder.
It was very informative.
Yeah. Yeah, there was a lot of dialogue. The cooking's the cooking. You put the shoulder on. Once you get it on, it's just watching the thermometer at that point. You're not really doing much.
I like all the tips and tricks you provided in the video. It's not just how to cook it. It's like, this is how to make it a little bit easier for yourself.
Yeah, using the rack and wrapping it in the pan.
Like I learned a lot that day for sure.
Think you could cook one now?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, there's nothing to it.
Just having a pit that you can.
Yeah, just having a pit that you can control. That's the hardest part.
Won't fit on my pit boss, but I'll figure that part out.
Can you not cook 2 butts on it?
It would be cutting it real tight. Like I came into a beer can chicken.
Tyler, we got to get you a beer cooker, man. You've stepped up. You've been here. When's your year anniversary?
What size is the capacity of that?
It's basically the tailgate one, but it doesn't have the collapsible legs.
Okay. So it is pretty small.
Yeah, I just wanted to start with it, but I've already run it out, man. Like I use it at least 3 times a week.
Yeah. So you liking it?
I do. I like smoking.
Yeah.
The pit has its shortcomings and stuff like that, but it's also a smaller pit. So, but I would be excited to see what bigger ones have to offer.
Yeah. Just more capacity.
Yeah,
that's the only thing they got to offer.
I'd say the Traegers are the more upper lines are easier to man. You don't have the problems.
Like I run out of pellets all the time. Like I can't do an overnight cook. I have to wake up at 4 to restock pellets because it goes through them so fast, and it's a small tank. So
yeah,
you need to take that lid off and rig you up a chute. Have it sitting there. That's an easy modification.
The one thing, I wish we would have been able to take AB out to dinner one night, but we didn't get to because we went on a barbecue crawl
the first
one day. Yeah. And we were so full and tired after that. Yeah.
Then the next day we filmed all day, so I didn't feel like going out that night. The next day they're gone. It was a quick trip. It seemed like he was here a week, but it really just was 2 full days.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And we crammed as much as we could into it.
Yeah, we did. But I still like to take people out to dinner, at least to La Siesta or something.
Yeah.
When
I haven't been to La Siesta in a minute.
I know. I wonder if they miss us.
They have to.
But we released the lemon pepper wings on our channel.
So that was, he wanted, when we first started talking about doing some kind of collaboration, the whole thing was him coming to Memphis for some inspiration. But I wanted to see something he did. He does all kinds of stuff. Like his stuff, I know it's smoking and grilling with AB, but a lot of his stuff is just regular cooking stuff in the kitchen.
He does a lot of Blackstone stuff.
Yeah. Does all kinds of stuff like that. Yeah. So he mixes. He does a good job of putting a mix out there. And so he does one, and Mark had showed me this, and it's probably almost 2 years, way before quarantine. He's like, man, have you seen this guy on YouTube make his own lemon pepper seasoning? Because we got a place here in Memphis or Hernando. What's it? The wing
Wings World.
Wings World, they do a lemon pepper wing, and me and Mark, we go there. We always have to get some lemon pepper wings, and they're okay. They're not by far anything close to what AB cooked. But Mark said, man, he made his own lemon pepper, so it's gotta have all these fresh flavors and all that. And so I watched that video. Then I watched his Better Than Wingstop lemon pepper wings, and that was what turned me on to watching him, subscribing to his channel. And so when he first said that he wanted to cook something and we could record it because kind of our style learning, I said, will you do those lemon pepper wings? And so he was like, yeah, we can do that. We just need a fryer, and we had a fryer here. We took them, and I mean, the actual like breading the wing and frying the wing, no, that's pretty standard. Yep. Like, if you can fry chicken wings, that's easy. I did pick up a tip the way he kind of pats and packs you start with dry wings, and then you kind of pack the flour in, and then you shake a lot of it off. So it's really like a super light coated, but they're coated really well.
Yeah.
And you season that flour.
It's just enough coating to me.
Yeah. To where it doesn't make it. There's nothing worse than getting a fried wing where the batter's too thick. Like they use, you don't need an egg wash for chicken wings, I don't think. I want a light coating just to help make it crispy. And that's what I call them. Like you go to Hooters. Hooters does a fried wing, and they're good when you eat them there. But after a little while, if you put them in a to-go box or something, they sog out. And all that breading gets nasty. Well, these wings didn't do that because they weren't like heavily dredged. I mean, it's a good coating. It makes them crunchy. But what the star of his lemon pepper wings was this butter concoction he made up. And I don't know how most wing joints do their lemon pepper. Most of them taste to me like they come out of the grease and they just put that Tone's lemon pepper, the bright yellow one. They put that all over them. It's not even that good of a lemon pepper. And that's how they serve them at most wing joints. Well, he starts with 2 sticks of butter. And then you can use, if you want to make his lemon pepper, homemade lemon pepper, you can. If you got a favorite one you like. If you wanted to use Tone's, you probably could. But if I was going to use that one, I'd want to use one that wasn't super salty. That's the main thing, because he uses salted butter. If you're going to use a salty lemon pepper that you like, use unsalted butter. But then he also squeezes fresh lemon juice in there, and that's what brings the citrus flavor to it.
It gives it a good pop.
Yeah, and I would have never, I didn't think about adding fresh lemon juice to that butter concoction. And so it's almost like you're making a lemon pepper sauce instead of like a dry seasoned lemon pepper wing. It's a lemon pepper butter sauce. And then you could go any other kind of way. If you wanted to spice it up and add something else to it, you can still get those citrus notes. But then he didn't stop there. Once he tossed those wings in that and put them on the board, you grate fresh lemon zest over it. So you're getting that citrus pop all the way through it. He also sprinkled some dry, some chopped up, finely chopped parsley on it.
And put a little extra lemon pepper seasoning
on top. Put a little extra lemon pepper. While it was still
wet from the butter.
So these wings definitely had that fresh lemon pepper flavor without being overly salty, without being overly seasoned, without, just getting it all over your hands like some of the lemon pepper wings I'm used to getting.
I know.
It was like, and they just had it all.
I don't like lemon pepper wings.
Because you think they're too much, right? Yep.
They're just not that good to me, but his were very, very good. Yeah. There was just the right amount. It was real fresh. I don't even know.
So would you call that a lemon pepper wing? It's more of like a citrus spiced wing.
Buttery
citrus spice wing. Yeah. Because it was unlike because when I think of lemon pepper wings, I'm thinking the ones we get local. Or, I don't even know if Buffalo Wild Wings has a lemon pepper wing, do they? But I know all the wing joints do, like, Wingstop, all these chains, all these, and they're always just killed with overly salty lemon pepper.
Because they come out of that oil and they just dredge them.
Yeah, mm-hmm. Dredge them in it. And that's what they call lemon pepper wings. That's to me.
It's probably
and it's all over the basket or plate when you get them. You can just tell they shook it all over them.
The little small wings and stuff. Yeah. There's just a lot of.
No, these were the real deal. And I was thrilled with those wings. And you know what? So after we were still cooking the pork shoulder and all that, and we did that video, and we had a lot of those wings left over, and they were sitting around the kitchen.
They do that.
And I went back a couple times just to see what they did, and they stayed crunchy. Mm-hmm. Like they didn't get that soggy effect to them. And even an hour, 2 hours later, I didn't want to throw them away, so I just grabbed a wing, And then you made the ranch to go with it.
Yeah.
And so that was just your standard. You use the Hidden Valley Ranch packet, some mayo, sour cream.
That's it. Cuppa.
Yeah. But since we had it sitting there, I hit it with a little bit of that lemon pepper seasoning, grated some lemon zest over it and hit it with some parsley, man, that made some of the best dipping ranch for those wings. So that would be good. Just do that to the ranch.
Yeah.
Have that lemon pepper ranch to dip a wing in.
A lot of times I'll do that. Whatever wings we're serving, I'll kind of reinforce that flavor through the ranch, whether it's buffalo or whatever.
Yeah. Oh, that's a great idea.
One thing, he fried his wings to 160 to 165. That was his temperature. And I was like, we like to take ours a little, further, but his wings were tender and
juicy.
Yeah.
Fully cooked. I mean, to me, I want that wing to come off the bone. So I'm not scared to take them. Now, I'm not cooking them over 200 or anything.
Yeah.
180 to 190 a wing doesn't scare me at all. Now, the main thing with those is when you're frying them, you don't want them to get fried so hard they're just dry.
Yeah.
And I've had that with the smaller wings. If you got a big wing, they can take it because it's really about getting that fat under the skin rendered and all that. But they were good.
They were very good. Did you see that Meat Church has a branded pellet with Traeger?
I did. I knew that was coming down the pipe. Matt told me he was working on them. It's like they let him pick some of his favorite flavors, and they made a Meat Church blend.
Yeah, it's a limited edition pellets that
Hickory
feature
and oak.
Yeah, the perfect blend of hardwoods that includes oak, preferred by Texas, and hickory that's paired with pork.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Matt gets some of that from his Alabama. Isn't he from Alabama?
I think he's from
originally?
Alabama. Yeah. So that's pretty cool.
I want to try them. I hadn't tried them yet.
Have you seen the bag? It's in the commercial. It looks like that bag opens so easy in the commercial.
We've got those new bags.
So that's a new bag.
Yeah. They changed their bags.
So is it perforated on top?
I hadn't had to open one yet, so I don't know. But it looked like in his, you just pull a tab. There's no
struggling in it and biting it.
I don't know why they don't put like a heavy-duty zipper closure on pellet bags. I think that would be easy to do.
I think that these might have them. It looked like it had some sort of...
We need to go check. We got some here in the shop.
Maybe not. I don't know.
I think we just got some new ones in with the new packaging. It looked like a heavier dutier bag, like it was thicker plastic too, from just the way he was moving it. Because most of them they come in thin, really flexible bag.
Yeah, real flexible. But the opening it up is always a problem.
Traeger did you look online? Traeger had some different flavors they were working on too.
Really? Oh,
different stuff.
You told me Kingsford has some new pellets.
Yeah, so I got a text yesterday from a buddy. He was like, "Man, are these any good?" And he showed me a bag of Kingsford pellets, but it was like onion, rosemary.
So they have one that's a garlic, onion, and paprika.
Maybe that was the one
you started talking about it, so I pulled it up.
Yeah.
And then there's one that's a cumin chili. And then there's one that's a basil, sage, and thyme.
Is that on Kingsford's website? You're looking at that?
No, it wasn't on Kingsford website. I had to go to Home Depot's website and look.
See, I looked on. He said he got them at Kroger, and I hadn't seen them. I mean, I know I went and looked at our Kroger, and all they had was some Traeger pellets. They didn't even have on their website. They show Bear Mountain, they show Traeger, and they show maybe regular Kingsford, but they didn't have any flavors.
Yeah,
that must be something brand new. I hadn't seen them.
Brand new. What do you think about that?
I'm very interested. I hope Royal Oak comes out with some. I'd like to see them take their, I could see taking charcoal pellets and mixing it with some of those wood pellets that got some of that flavor, and man, you'd have a massive blend there.
Well, do you think they ever
I've
will?
always said that. Back when we were going over and visiting with Miss Candy at Barbecuer's Delight, I knew that Lumberjack was experimenting with some stuff like that. This has been years ago. Now, Lumberjack has some now.
Yeah.
But I was asking her, is there any, because I was asking her if she thought about infusing flavor in their pellets, and they kind of didn't seem like it was something they were going to do. It's like, why would you want to do that? You can do that with your rubs and seasonings. And I was like, well, we do it when we're cooking competition barbecue. We lay herb bundles on the coals. We'll add onion. We'll add whole cloves of garlic.
Yeah.
I burn pecan hulls on there. Just something to give you some aromatics while you're putting smoke. That stuff smolders and it smokes. And as it smokes, some of those flavors get trapped in the smoke and they go into the meat. So you're flavoring the meat as well with it. And I always thought it was a great idea. And then when Lumberjack come out with it, I've tried some of theirs and it was good. What we would do, we would buy the big flakes like at Sam's. We'd buy the big flakes of garlic, the big flakes of onions, and we would mix them in with our pellets and our pellet grills and get some flavors that way. And it worked. So that's what gets me excited about trying some of that. Now, I don't know about chili powders and cumin and things like that because it seems like that might get kind of rough, like pepper sprayish, in the air.
Yeah.
But the aromatics definitely work. I mean,
your herbs.
Yeah, your herbs. I can see that. And, herbs
onions
and root
and
vegetables
garlic
work great.
Yeah. The paprika.
Yeah.
How much is that giving you? Yeah.
Paprika to me it's not really flavor anyway. Paprika to me is almost bitter, but it has such good color that you get a lot of that color effect from it. Now, where you get your flavors of chili peppers and stuff, but I just don't know if you'd want to add that to the smoke. It's interesting. It's very interesting.
Yeah.
If anything, it's a marketing thing from them. It's another way to market pellets. But I'm going to try them out.
Yeah.
I'm going to try them and see.
Well, you don't want to try everything.
I want to try it all.
Yeah.
Yeah. I gotta be able to give an honest take because I know we get questions on it. So, does it work? Was it good? We'll find out.
So this.
Or how come they haven't made a coffee pellet? If you get flavors from that, you think you could burn coffee beans?
Ooh, I bet that would smell amazing.
You know how roasted coffee smells?
Yeah. It's one of the best smells in the world.
Yeah.
Whether you like coffee or not.
Who was that local coffee company? It was somebody out of Starkville, wasn't it, that approached us about doing
Humble
something?
Coffee Company.
Yeah, and we said he was wanting to do like me to try out some of their coffee. And I don't grind coffee, but I didn't even think about smoking the beans. Maybe we should say, man, send us some beans too to try.
Oh, on
We're
the
gonna put them on
fire?
a pit. Yeah,
Heck yeah.
let's see what it does.
That'd be a good out the smoke experiment.
See if you can pick up some flavor from coffee
Yeah.
roasted. If anything, you could make like a little smoke bomb with it and let it just sit on the coals and kind of smolder. That's kind of how I did pecan shells. We would, instead of just throwing them right on the fire, we would put them on a deflector plate on the backwoods, and they'd heat up and they'd kind of smoke. They would give you some flavor that way. But I don't see why coffee wouldn't work.
Everybody's kind of into this whole coffee rub thing right now. That seems to be a trend.
That's why I was like, yeah, I'll try some. I might play with a coffee rub. And it's a Mississippi made coffee anyway.
Yeah. So last weekend was your fantasy football draft.
Oh man, it was a great weekend. Great weekend. I got the team. I got a team that's going to be competitive. At least that's what my rankings were. Now I need somebody to management if anybody's taking.
You're looking for management.
Looking for management. That's where I fall short.
You're just an owner.
I'm more of an owner. I don't want to be the Jerry Jones type owner. I don't want to be.
You're not in the day to day.
No, I don't want to be in the day to day. I need a good GM. I need a good GM to work for me.
Need a Belichick.
Yeah, somebody like that. I need somebody that's down in there that wants to make the trades, do the research,
and let you have
figure
all
up
the credit.
matchups, and let me take all the credit. Man, you did good this year. Yeah, I did. So me, it's like, I forgot to start somebody. Why do I have somebody that's on bye playing? I'm horrible with in-season management. I get so much other stuff going on.
Yeah.
I don't think to set a lineup when you've got a Thursday night game. Or, I'm not. If one of my players gets injured and I start him or something, I don't have time to sit there and watch that. I don't get to watch near as much as I'd like. I mean, there was a time. I've been playing fantasy football for probably, I don't know how many years.
It's before you met me.
Yeah.
I remember we went.
Probably longer than I've been barbecuing. And back then we would, somebody always got the Sunday ticket. And then so we would try to watch, or we'd go to Hooters, or we'd go to some place where they had all the games on Sunday. And we would watch the games, and you're constantly tinkering with your lineup and picking up players and all that stuff. And now, I don't have a Sunday to do that.
Yeah, you used to watch
Lots of football,
all the games.
Yeah,
it's a lot easier now, though, right?
If you got the time, because you got access to them all, and they got like red zone channels, and they show you all the scoring plays. You don't even have to watch all the games. You can just watch. They got all that, but.
And you don't have to because I feel like back then you'd have to go look it all up if you couldn't catch it, and you'd have to mark it down on sheets of paper and stuff. Now it's just all available on your phone, so it's a little bit easier. But
everybody at my draft either brought a computer or a tablet. Used to, we showed up with magazines, and cheat sheets. That's what you had.
Yeah.
When you played, is that what y'all used?
Yes.
Or you had to get the latest magazine and hope that it was current. Then you'd go get you a cheat sheet. You make you a cheat sheet or print off a cheat sheet somewhere, and that's how you did it. You did your research, but now it's all like you said, right there at your fingertips. And I guess I don't know. I'm not into the day to day of it like I used to be.
It's like a wake up routine. Like you got to wake up in the morning, check it.
Yeah.
You got to check it a little bit later on. You just got to kind of watch updates. If you have the ESPN app, I think you can turn on updates for certain players and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So that kind of helps a little bit. But
That would be
Oh, I usually go follow them all on Twitter and now, but I'm just the world's worst about checking it.
Now we're getting on podcasts from those people that you followed a long time ago.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
But
I should have drafted my buddy from
Colin.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I might go see if I can pick him up just so I can say, hey, I know that. I wonder how his preseason went. I hadn't checked Carolina's preseason, how they've done. It's down to cuts now. They're cutting down to 53.
You probably already happened. Hard Knocks.
Yeah, I have been watching Hard Knocks, so that's how I knew that. I'm sure it's already happened.
Cam Newton's out.
Yeah,
he's gone.
Saw that.
Yeah.
Poor old Cam.
Yeah,
I'm excited.
Backup for somebody. Are you a Patriots fan for being up there?
I wasn't. I don't know. Like last season, I just wasn't with it. I mean, it was a lot of stuff. It was COVID and stuff. Like last fantasy was my first fantasy football league. And it was just an odd year to start, because it was a lot more management because you had to manage COVID on top of everything.
Yeah, that sucks.
It was really crazy.
Yeah, I've got a couple of players I drafted that are in COVID protocol now. I don't know. I mean, I know my kicker is.
When is the first game?
September
official?
9th, I think.
September 9th.
Yeah.
So you got some time to get them out.
Yeah, they put them 16 days, I think, mandatory.
16?
So something like that.
God.
That's what it is for baseball, so it probably is.
Yeah.
I'm over it. And I know it's probably worse now than it has been, but it's like you get numb to the COVID-ness, I think we're going to have to be dealing with this for the rest of our lives probably.
So let's get off that.
Yeah, let's get off the buzzkill.
Fantasy football party.
Yeah.
We didn't do the kind of spread we normally do.
We still did a pretty good spread. I mean, we had ribs. We had a big sausage and cheese board.
Yep, with a football cheese ball.
We broke out the nacho machine.
Okay.
We had pulled pork, had barbecue nachos.
And we got 100-piece from Hooters.
Got 100-piece wings from Hooters delivered.
That was good.
Heck yeah, they were good. That was just their standard hot.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were really good. You made the ranch for that?
Yeah, we didn't use their ranch. We made ranch.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the nacho cheese dispenser.
All right. That was the best thing going. You put a can of nacho cheese, industrial can.
Like the kind you get at Sam's. It's a number 10 can, I think is what they call it.
Yeah.
You open the top of it with a can opener. You set it inside this machine. You put the top on, turn it on.
I pour a little water in it, though. That's
on the side.
Yeah, so it don't burn up.
Yeah. And it said you might want to periodically check the water, but
it didn't need it.
Yeah. Anyway, piping hot nacho cheese
is all I'm saying. Piping hot nacho cheese.
At your, just pump it out.
You're making barbecue nachos as good as anywhere makes them. I mean, the pulled pork. So you get you a plate of the round tortilla chips. Don't get the fancy tortilla chips. Just get standard
Tostitos.
Yellow, round, stadium style.
I agree. They hold chips. Up. You got to have the thicker ones to hold up.
Those in a plate or a bowl. Squirt as much hot nacho cheese over them as you want. Top them with pulled pork. Drizzle them with the barbecue sauce. Top them with some barbecue rub, your favorite, and then add sliced jalapenos over the top.
That's it.
That's a $12 dish. If you're at a stadium, you give me a loaded barbecue nacho like that, $12, I'm all on it. I mean, you can't beat it. It's a meal.
It's one of my favorites.
It's a meal.
We
had people making nacho sandwiches, nacho cheese pulled pork sandwiches. I taught Barry to put nacho cheese on a rib and trying it.
Did he?
Yeah.
What'd he say?
He said it was better on the pulled pork sandwich. He said it tasted like something from Arby's when he did that, like a beef and cheddar melt. Yeah. He's like, never would have thought to put that nacho cheese on there, which I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
Did he really make a pulled?
Yeah. When I said, yeah, and put nacho cheese sauce all over it.
He did tell me. He was one of the people that told me, like, I'm really liking that nacho cheese machine.
You need to make a T-shirt with that. It's just a nacho cheese dispenser. It even has the little placard. You slide in the front of it. It says nachos.
It's awesome.
I think it would be great for barbecue sauce. If you could keep your sauce warm in that, if you could get it in a tin can. So my idea was, okay, we got this nacho sauce can. Don't just throw that can away because it can be washed out. There's all kinds of things you can do with a nacho can. For real.
I don't know about this.
Man, you
need your
worst
own.
case, you can set it outside, put some sand in it, let people put cigarette butts in it.
That's true.
But you could use it for all kinds of stuff. You could put ash in it if you had to. You could put pellets in it. You could do whatever. But I was thinking wash it out, clean it out, pour sauce in it, put it in the nacho dispenser, and you got warm barbecue sauce.
You're gonna have to get your own nacho dispenser to do this.
This was strictly for melted cheese.
Yes. One thing we did do.
So could you make ponchos dip and put it off in that can, and then let warm ponchos dip through it?
It'd be too thick, maybe.
But the heat would thin it down. Maybe add a little milk.
I think ponchos is as thick.
Don't get much
cheese.
They don't. You can't shake that stuff out of a can.
You can't. No,
it's like glue.
It's a solid.
It can't be good for you. It can't be good for you. It's just like you turn that can up, and when it does come out, it goes. Yeah. It makes that sound,
and then wiggles.
Yeah,
it stays in form.
Yeah. Oh no, it can't be good for you.
Can't be.
That's why it tastes so good.
And it's good.
One thing we did do is we bought some pumps for the gallons of barbecue sauce. So you just screw a pump on the top of that gallon. That's a game changer.
Man, I loved it.
Why hadn't we been doing that?
I don't know. We used it for cooking, glazing the ribs that day. We used it. It was so much easier dispensing barbecue sauce and pouring out of bottles.
Yeah.
I've been refilling. Like I had some bottles in the cabinet. I was like, I'll just refill them out of this and put them back up.
Yeah.
Where'd you get those pumps from? Amazon?
Yeah, Amazon. It was like I got a 6-pack for a couple bucks.
Bad.
You carry those to go with them. So
Yeah,
sell them
right.
as a bundle.
Man, you got room in your fridge, slip that up in there and pull it out, bump it.
Heck
All
yeah.
about your business.
That's the problem. Do you have room in the fridge?
Yeah. They're shelf stable.
Yeah, we got them sitting on the counter
So
in here.
you could leave. I wouldn't leave them out for multiple years, but over the course of 2 or 3 months, you're going to use a gallon of sauce. If you don't, something's wrong with you. You're just not a barbecuer.
Yeah.
I buy my sauce at the gallons
With a dispenser
with the
pump.
dispenser pump. I'm serious.
Yeah, but for cooking like a lot of ribs, would you go to a gallon with a pump
Yeah.
over what you have been doing? Yeah.
The worst. So I always end up with like half-used bottles of sauce, or if you open a gallon, you don't use it all. When you got the dispenser, it makes it so much easier.
Yeah. It comes out at the right,
The right ratio. You can put out as much as you want. Like you're doing a sandwich, 2 or 3 pumps, and you're good to go. Now I know it's really a commercial setting. Like guys are using that in restaurants, food trucks, or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
Or serving. But we donated some, like to the Hernando High School football team. They have a concession stand, and they do barbecue nachos there. And we said, man, we'd love to donate. Yeah, we'd love to donate the sauce for it. So we gave them, some cases of gallons and gave them some pumps, and now they can set it out with the mustard and ketchup, and people can use their own. I think it's great.
I do too. I didn't realize how much we would use it that way, but it was so much easier for serving purposes and for cooking purposes. Well, do you want to talk about how your draft went?
Yeah, it went great.
Who'd you get? Who's your number one pick?
So my number one pick was, who was my number one pick? Dang, I don't remember.
You're screwed.
I really don't. Yeah. I could tell you, I don't have my phone in here. I know. So we got a keeper league, and and it depends on like where you drafted the person, where what round you get to keep them in, and it always moves up a year. So I got to keep Austin Eckler, who was a starting running back. He was probably top 24 player. I got to keep him in like the 4th round, and then I had George Kittle, a tight end for San Francisco, that I had drafted and had on my team a couple of years. I got to keep him for like a 6th round. He's like the number 2 tight end. So I went in pretty strong, but I had the 10th pick overall. And so I want to say I took a running back first. I can't remember. Is it bad that I can't remember my first pick?
I know Aaron Rodgers is your quarterback.
Yeah, I got him late. Pretty fair after a quarterback run. I got him. I want to say I got Devontae Adams. So I don't like having a wide receiver and a quarterback on the same team, but I could not pass him up where I got him. I think that was my 2nd pick because wide receivers were fixing to run. And I wanted a good one. I already knew I had 2 stars. I got who was that running back?
Anyway.
I got it on the tip of my tongue. He plays for Cincinnati. Mixon. That was that's where I fell. He fell to me. Little question about there, but
why?
The reason why I drafted him is he's going to get the ball if he can stay out of trouble.
Oh, okay.
So he don't have. I'm not really worried about his backup taking over or anything or sharing too much. I look for running backs that are going to get most of the carries. I ended up with some after that. since I was drafted so far back, and we got a 12-man league, ended up with like Jerry Jeudy, kind of taking a gamble on him coming on and catching. If it depends on how Bridgewater throws the ball. If he can move the ball around in Denver, I guess that's going to be his quarterback, starting quarterback. He's young, you know, he's pretty good. Come out of Alabama, he was awesome in college. Played last year and had pretty good numbers.
So you're pretty confident.
I'm fairly confident we'll make the playoffs with some decent management. That's what it told me anyway. I got an A- draft according to Yahoo. Yeah,
you did last year too, and you.
Injury got me last year.
Yeah,
and after that, I was like, well, screw it. All my starters got hurt. I mean, Eckler was my keeper. He got hurt. Christian McCaffrey, I had the first pick last year. He got hurt. Missed most of not all the important part of the season.
Well, are you excited about football season this year?
Yeah. Real excited.
You ready?
College games kicking off tonight. I'm gonna.
What's kicking off tonight?
I don't know who's playing. College does.
Tonight's the first night.
6 games.
I know there's a whole lineup Saturday.
Yeah, and Ole Miss plays Monday night. Plays Louisville.
Monday night. Yep. Yeah.
Most important thing about this weekend's dove season opens Friday, Saturday.
I was gonna cook some wings this weekend on the Traeger.
Hopefully, we're gonna cook some doves too.
I'm gonna cook some wings.
You're more excited about the wings.
It's just so little.
I want to do those lemon pepper wings grilled, like do them your style, and then toss them in that butter sauce.
Yeah.
So we're definitely gonna do those this weekend.
Would you? Okay, so
then I want to add some buffalo. So I want to add some hot sauce to them too. So it's like a buffalo lemon pepper.
And I want some just dry. So we might do 3 ways.
Yeah. Sounds good to me.
So okay, if we're gonna replicate a lemon pepper wing on the Traeger, do we put the coating on it, or is it just going to be?
I would do them. Yeah, I wouldn't do them. Yeah, you wouldn't flour them.
Yeah,
I'd do the way. So it's basically a super dry wing. Spray it with a little bit of duck fat, and then season them with. I would just use AP. Mm-hmm. You know, and
that's what I usually do.
Yeah, and then when you get ready to, when they get smoked and they're crispy, almost like they've been fried on that Traeger. The wings outside is really super crispy. We take them up to where they're about 190 internal.
Yeah, we go pretty far.
Then we toss them in the lemon pepper butter seasoning or sauce.
Yeah.
That's what's going to set them off. And they don't need a lot of AP because you're going to pick up some flavor. You know, you're going to pick up some salt.
Yeah, it's a light
butter,
AP.
So
you just want to get a salt pepper base.
Something where it's not plain.
Yeah.
Give them some color while they're smoking.
You
could go ahead and put some lemon pepper on them too. I don't think it would be too much.
Yeah.
You know?
Like
I've
a light coat of AP, light coat of lemon pepper.
I've done a lemon pepper grilled wing or lemon pepper smoked wing, and they turn out pretty good. But I've never tossed them in that same sauce when they come off, and that's what's going to make them.
Well, now I'm thinking
and then
that
zest them over the top and parsley them.
Now I'm thinking that I like the Cajun wing where we use the king crawl.
Yeah.
Now I'm thinking, don't put that seasoning on it first.
Toss them in a king crawl butter.
Yep, toss them in a king.
It's all about the butter sauce, man.
Add a little hot sauce to it. Yeah. King crawl butter.
Oh, we're trying that too.
Yep. That's what I was starting to think.
Down. It's the butter sauce. So I've got this idea. So since I'm going to be trying to watch more football and manage my football team, and we have the shop and we're selling wing stuff out here.
Yep.
On Mondays, I'm going to try to come up with a new wing recipe for every Monday night football game. And I'll probably try to drop it, Tyler. I mean, it's not going to be like a video or anything. But
no, it's just like a written recipe.
Yeah. We're going to share it on the shop page. And, probably some of it will be some stuff we carry here. Some of it might be just some stuff I just think up. But I just want to try, I don't know, what is it, 18 weeks of football now? We got 18 Monday night games. That's 18 wing recipes we can do and release them on Mondays. And I'll probably be here at the shop cooking those and kind of
hanging out and drinking beer.
Watching Monday night football is what I was like.
Maybe do the best one as a recipe on the channel.
Yeah, maybe.
Like
yeah.
Now,
if they turn out, I'll do a full blown video with it. But I just think it's a great way to.
Are you going to try to do them different ways since we do have a fryer up here?
Yeah. No, I got fried, smoked, grilled.
Yeah.
I'm going to come up with all different stuff.
And just do one on Mondays.
Just do one on Mondays. Yeah. And I mean, I'm not doing many of them. Like a pack. And then
share the recipe.
Yeah, share it. And Tyler's going to pump it out, right? Yeah. Since Tyler's playing fantasy football, he can come up here on Mondays. He's working. Right?
Yeah.
He'll be working. We may have to live stream us watching some Monday Night Football or talking about wings or something.
That would be good.
Yeah.
Do some live
Monday night wing
streaming.
night.
Yeah.
Just can't point it at the screen.
Yeah,
Get
can't
kicked
show
off
the
real
football
quick.
Yeah,
game.
yeah.
Yeah,
Could
we
you
can't
have
show
the audio
football
in the
game.
background, or would you have to put it on mute?
I think that's actually how they pick it up. Usually, is the audio.
Oh,
Really?
okay.
Yeah, we couldn't do that either.
Oh.
I'm not worried about that. I was like, the games usually the bad thing about so here's my pet peeve with Monday Night Football.
It's Monday.
It's Monday, and and it starts so late. Like I can't stay up here for the full game. Sometimes those games aren't over till 11:30 at night on Monday.
That's way past your
Yeah,
bedtime.
and they don't start till 8:00, do they? What time does Monday Night Football games start?
It's I think 7, but
I hope it's 7. I think it's 8 though. Some nights. I wish they ran 2 Monday nighters. East Coast Monday night that started about 6,
That'd be perfect.
and then a West Coast Monday night that started at 8:30.
Yeah.
That way you could watch the first one, catch some of the second one, still get to bed at a decent time, not be hurting on Tuesday.
Yeah.
it's 8:15 Eastern time, so that's 7:15 here.
Yeah,
And our
so that's
first
not-
game's Baltimore at Raiders.
Oh, I got to come up with the Las Vegas wing or Baltimore wing. Which one would you do?
I like
Which
the
one would you
Raiders
do?
wing.
If I was doing a Baltimore wing, it'd probably be like first thing that hits my mind is Old Bay seasoning.
Baltimore.
Yeah. 'cause,
First thing that hits my mind for
Maryland
Vegas
crabs.
is a shrimp cocktail.
Shrimp cocktail, really? Shrimp cocktail? Vegas wing can be flamboyant now. You
Yeah.
can get out there with that. You can do all kinds of stuff. Just,
You could really do anything called
Yeah.
a Vegas wing.
yeah. Raiders.
Put all the seasonings on it.
all the season.
I'm excited for the second one. The second one's Detroit at Green Bay.
Ooh, that's
Green
a
Bay
good
would be
one.
real interesting wings, I think.
Yeah, I could
Cheese
do.
wings.
That's what I was thinking. Some
Bust
kinda-
out the nacho cheese.
Well, what about? No, not maybe not nacho cheese. You could, I guess. But I was thinking like a dry cheese powder.
Ooh, yeah, yeah.
Incorporating like a cheese that way, like a cheddar wing.
Where
with
would
cheddar.
you buy a dry cheese powder?
You can do like popcorn seasoning.
Yeah,
like I
popcorn
watched that,
seasoning,
yeah.
the cheddar popcorn seasoning.
I bet we
So
could
you-
find it. There's a lot of
Yeah.
soup mixes that contain that I use.
Yeah.
They have that.
What if
Cheese powder.
What if I got the? That might be a good one. Do flaming hot Cheeto wing or something. We got. I got to get to thinking on this. See, I'm liking where this is going, but this is going to be fun. Monday night wings.
And we sat down this week and wrote out our filming schedule from now to the end of the year.
Yeah,
So you've kind of
got that lined out.
got your plan.
Are you ready for some hot wings?
Heck yeah, we can buy some cheddar cheese powder
It's doable. I know that's doable. That's
on
no
Amazon.
problem. Amazon ordered up.
A whole pound of it for $12.
That's nothing. Drop it. Get it coming. We're doing it. That's gonna be the Packer wing. Who are they playing? Detroit.
Yes.
I don't have to come up with one. I'm not doing 2. I'm just gonna pick 1.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at
The
the
home
list.
team.
Yeah.
See the home team?
And
Not necessarily.
not
You don't
necessarily.
want to
It's
pigeonhole
just who I
yourself.
think's gonna win. That's who's I'm wing I'm gonna do. Well, cool.
Thank
What else do we got, Joe?
What else have you been working on lately?
My hunting fields. We've been working on food plots, getting ready for dove season. Now it's time to crank back up some videos. We've got a whole slate, like you mentioned. We've got a whole slate set up for the winter. Some of them I'm really, really excited about. Some are new. I'm going to do some testing
R&D.
before it's time to
Yep.
cook them. But we start popping those back off, and I'm excited about football season, especially this wing idea.
I want to see how many of these 18 Monday Night Football games you're going to commit to.
All 18 of them.
All 18 of them.
All 18 of them. I'm not going to get burnt out. For real.
And you're going to make it to the gym on Tuesday.
I'm going to make it to the gym on Tuesday, too. Yeah. Committed. We've got the Hot Ones video. Is it edited or almost edited? Chelsea said that she had a few tweaks to.
Oh yeah, no, I mean it's. I've even watched it a few times back, and I just want it to be perfect. I'm being
Yeah.
like a super perfectionist.
From what I've seen, it's pretty good.
The last
I thought
10
it was.
minutes.
To me, I lived through it. It was way worse than it looked on video. Way worse.
There's a lot of times where your eyes get real crazy and stuff, and I was like, do I leave it in here? There's a part where you start caught. I'm like, but it's all part of the experience. Like they had to live it with you, you know.
Yeah, it was way worse.
In person.
Yeah, in person than it looked like on that video. Mark just you didn't show him looking. It was like it didn't phase him. He didn't even like break a sweat.
There's one part where he looks at you and he's like, it's heating up, and his face starts getting red, and you can kind of tell it's getting to him. But that was really the only time I feel like you could tell.
I imagine he was like trying to
It'd be tough.
Be cool.
be tough.
Ain't
Yeah.
gonna be. Yeah, I ain't gonna
And
show
you're just
anything.
and you just let it all hang
I
out.
let it all hang out. It was killing me. I don't know what anybody else. I had out of body experience. Those things should be banned. Do not eat those sauces. It was miserable. For real. I mean, that's the worst thing I've ever ate in my life. And that it
But you
took
knew
us-
that going in.
Yeah, I did. I mean, that's call me a fool, but
I did a
it
couple
took.
times.
What did it take to do that? An hour.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. It was just
Hour.
the wings.
So after that got through, I hurt for like my mouth was on fire for probably close to 2 hours.
2 hours afterwards.
Yeah, 2 hours. But it hit me so hard for the next 2 days. That was the worst part of it all. If I would have known that, there's no way I would have done it. Like the heat and all that stuff, I'm like, yeah, I can probably take some burn and I can sweat,
Yeah.
spit and cough and sneeze and all that stuff, and I can bear that. The next 2 days of discomfort was to call it mild was rough.
Yeah.
That was the worst part. And that's why I wouldn't do it again. I would do the first 6 all day long. They were good. You know, I wouldn't say that all of them were that great, but some of them were really, really good. But those last 3, no, there's no sense in it.
And you had one of the original last 3 in your eyes. And if y'all go back to an earlier podcast episode, you can hear that story.
God, when I want to pull up on me.
Yeah, so you really felt it.
Yeah, yeah. Oh no, I said we took one out. It blew it up on me. We were going to do that anyway, though. We were going to take one out and do Killer Hogs. So.
Had to.
Yeah. I still think Killer Hogs is as good as any of those first 6.
Oh yeah.
Probably better.
I like the. I mean, I'm not a hot sauce
Yeah.
person. I like the Killer Hogs. It's like a better Frank's to me.
Maybe we need to do a buffalo wing challenge. They have just wing sauces and they don't have to be like, we could just order the Buffalo Wild Wings. Do that.
I mean, Buffalo Wild Wings
Or
has a
stack
hot
'em
one.
up. Yeah, we can talk about the different buffalo wing sauces. That's more reasonable than just trying pain, torture. It's like, why don't we just hit ourselves with hammers and see how it hurts? You know, I mean, I feel like that's what we did. It's here, you hit me, Mark, and I'll hit you, and
I feel like that's
record
what
it.
you did.
I mean, for real. It's like, yeah, start with the pinky. Go ahead and get him first out of the way. Use the little hammer on that one. We'll work up to a sledge. Where you just, that's what it felt like. I swear. Like, man, there's got to be easier ways to earn money than this. Oh, man.
So we hope you're excited for that one.
Yeah, that's going to be a good one. That's going to be a good one. If you thought the other one was funny, or that was good.
Well,
I
that's
do
all
have to
to
plan a
say.
California trip to go see AB.
Yeah.
I don't know when I'm going to get to do that, but it's got to happen. Well, Tyler, you got anything else, man?
We have some TikToks coming out this week. They're going to be live throughout the week. I think we have a cheese ball recipe. What else did you do?
Yeah,
Jalapeno popper cheese ball.
jalapeno popper cheese ball. Did a steak sandwich. I did.
That steak sandwich was fire.
Did a Vikings drink, and I did barbecue nachos on that.
Yep.
So that was those are
It's
all
all
be
kind
out.
of football food.
Yeah, it's all kind of, it's that time of year, so those will be coming up. We don't have anything else on tap that we haven't talked about, do we?
Nope, that's about it. But make sure you guys download the app. If you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out to us in the comment section.
That's it. We got the community group. We don't know when we're going to do another live stream. We've had a lot going on. It's probably
We'll have to
had
plan
one
tentatively planned for tonight.
yeah, but I kind of forgot about this private class and all the stuff we got to prep for it.
Yeah.
So we'll do one. It'll probably be football themed or something, and we'll, maybe on a Monday night we work with a live stream
You could live stream before the game.
before the
Like
game.
right before the game.
yeah,
that's a good
that'd be
idea.
a great idea.
Yeah, we can start. We can do that. That'd be
You can talk
fun.
about your
Everybody get their wings and they can sit down and
Yep.
eat wings with us. We'll have wings and beers and talk about what we want to answer some questions before Monday night kickoff. We'll sign off and go watch the game. And
sounds like a plan.
sounds like a plan. So, Shell, where can they find you?
If you would like to connect with Malcolm, it's HowToBBQRight on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and of course YouTube. If you'd like to connect with me, it's Smith Southern Shell on Instagram. Tyler.
And if you'd like to connect with me, it's TikTok_Tyler on Instagram and TikTok Tyler on Twitter.
All right. Well, hey, that does it for us on this episode of How to Barbecue Right podcast. What episode is this, by the way, Tyler?
26.
Episode 26. Wow.
Where it'll be 40.
Before the end of the year? All right. Then we're going to do a new season.
Next week, we will not have a podcast.
TikTok Tyler's on vacation.
What is next week? Oh, that's right. Yeah, I hope you have fun down in Florida, right? Naples.
Living it up.
Everybody sees him, shout him out.
Hoping those hurricanes get deflected.
Yeah, hope they'll pop up. But so we'll take a week off next week. We'll be back after that. But appreciate y'all tuning in, hanging out with us today, and we'll see y'all next time. We gone.